Hello. So in this video, we'll talk a little bit about what it means to have private attributes in Python and lay the groundwork for Pythonic setters and getters. So you've seen these statements before that everything in Python is public, that you can only really encourage client code or the code outside of a class definition to use the setters and getters. You really cannot enforce that. Well, these statements are still true, although they are actually slightly less true when they first when you first heard them. So there are quote unquote private attributes in Python. So any attribute that is prefixed that start with a single underscore is private, but it's only private by convention, meaning the Python interpreter does not enforce that it is private. Okay, it is only private by convention. Now, I will also mention that attributes that start with double underscore is something that's meant to be very private, and so but that is still by convention. But then the interpreter will try very hard to hide them. But it's still possible to touch them from client code, but let's not worry about things that are prefixed with double underscores. However, do not confuse this with methods that start and ends with double underscore, because those are the dunder methods that we've been studying a lot. So those are still fine. They're not meant to be private, they're meant to be overwritten. Okay. All right. So what that means is I'm using the car examples that we had before. Let's switch to that code. Okay, it looks, sorry, actually here, sorry. Yeah, so make, for example, we can, if we want them if we want to signal them to be kind of private attributes, then we really should say underscore make. Okay, so now these underscore make, they are only meant to be touched by the class, by the code that is part of the class. Okay, now you can still wait. Okay, so I just changed the internal representation of these attributes. Whatever the code that was before that use the setters and the getters, they should continue to work because I didn't change the setters and getters, right? But I only changed the internal name of the attribute. Now you can still access the make the attribute. However, as you can kind of see, PyCharm kind of the autocomplete doesn't show them, and that is because it's trying to very hard to tell you, hey, these are private, don't touch them, but they still work, right? And whenever you actually see client code that is trying to access a protected or a private member of the class, it's really a red flag. It's really something that the client code really should not do. And yeah, PyCharm actually warns you about it. Let's see if I can look this up. Yeah, this is meant to be protected or private, as I call it. Either way. Okay, so that's really all that it's trying to say. Now, if you should do a little exercise and then just trying to change the rest of the attributes. I think there are models and year. You can try to change them to private by prefix them with the underscore. And there's an easy way to do this. If you right click on this and then you say refactor and rename, it will rename the attribute, and everywhere that attribute is read or written. All right, so give that a try.